Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Here we are looking at, once again, FBTC, Fidelity Bitcoin, blah, 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 blah. On the daily time frame. Now, what's interesting here, and I noticed this a while back, but I truly did not think, because if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know how I feel about the freaking gaps. You know the gaps. I hate the gaps. It is so stupid. But look what we have over here. We have this gap right here back in February and this one right here on the daily time frame. February 26th. Now, pretty much close. See, though, now we haven't closed all the gaps. We still have this one here and this one here. But I think that is just way freaking ridiculous that we would come down and close those. And then we have another one way back here. That would take us all the way back to January's lows. But here we are in current time frame. Now, you can see the pre-market here just a couple hours before the market opens in North America. If we stay here at pre-open, we've closed this gap here. And if we take a measurement from where we are at currently to this gap, it's about, really? Let's do that again. Let's open this up and take a little bit more accurate of a measure. That from here to there, we must have come down a little bit. Oh yeah, we must have come down a little bit. So that's just a hair over 4% more to the downside from where we're at. Now we're going to have to go back to our Bitcoin chart. Okay, but let's first look where that would put us here. Where is that in the grander scheme of things? That is at, what was it, roughly 48 and 48.18, let's say. And if we came down there today, 48.18-ish would coincidentally be at the bottom of our downward sloping parallel channel. You know, when things match up like that, I think it's pretty much inevitable that it's going to play out like that. So, probably a done deal for today. So let's, we got to go back to our Bitcoin chart, but we got to, we don't want to stay here. Well, let's stay here on this old chart. This is an older chart. It has a lot more lines. Let's see where that puts us. Here, as far as these lines go, remember that was just over 4% from where we're at now, which is 57,500. 4% further down gets us right about there. I don't see any lines on this chart that kind of match up with anything. This is on a daily time frame. So let's switch to our current chart. We'll save that. I don't know why I changed anything. Go to this chart right here, which will magically appear before your eyes. And let's take Now this should be, yep, 1800. That vertical line is at the start of the FOMC meeting. Now if we measure down 4% from 57,500, that takes us just a little bit through this line. Yeah, right there. Down to about 55. Just a few $100 above 55. Now, coincidentally, now what that does here, this line should represent the 21 week moving average. Is that correct? Is that what it is? Yeah, 21 week moving average, which is currently at 54. That's the one we stay above in a bull market. So that's all fine and dandy. I shouldn't go below 54. Maybe on a little wick we might, but so 55.2, I believe we said, yeah, 55.2ish was around where we would come down to today. Now we're on an hourly time frame looking at the Bitcoin US dollar index. So let's first of all, 55.2 is just a hair under this pink line here. That's one of our diagonal lines that travel throughout the history, and you can see how this has a lot of support right here. However, I am seeing now that we do have a little bit. We did go just a little bit below it here. I would not like to see us go below this line. But maybe we do just go through it a hair. Now, what's really, really interesting is where is 55.2? Or 55 rather. 55.2 is about right there. But anyway, it would hold this as support, that little blip right there. That's right about 55,000 right there. So we got that that horizontally at 55,000. See, that's all the way through the line though. Really don't think we're going through that line. I think 55,555. 55,555 is really probably about where we would bottom. And hopefully we close that gap on the FBTC chart. Anyway, I do see us holding support on the here. So maybe we just wick down briefly somewhere. Anyway, this area right here. I don't think we're coming down much further. Maybe another 4%. I think this area will hold. And then we bounce. Because as you can see, if we switch to a daily time frame, we are well below the Gaussian channel right now. We've currently done our little whatever. It's not a wick. I guess it would be a wick on a weekly basis, but we've done our little puchu down out of the daily Gaussian channel. Typically, when we get this extreme, we get an extreme bounce back upwards. We can just go back in time and see that. Now here, when we come to the bottom, it did wick down out there. Took a couple days, but then we did see a back upwards like that. And as well, no, that's not a good example. A good example would be if we went way back in time, and I've already just done this on the past couple videos, but just to reinforce, where's our Bitcoin at? There we go, there's our Bitcoin. You know what, we have to go back to 2017, really, is where we saw some really good examples of this. Like here. This is a very good example of where we're at today. That's what I expect to see. Something like that. And that is about the same part of the cycle that we're in right now. Maybe we're over here at this point. And that would be the 14th of September. And this is about a month away from where we started bull run. Anyway, we're around here in this part of the market, and we're doing one of these things, one of those things. And then we quickly bounce back up. So, in my opinion, if you got, well, I'm putting in a buy myself at about 56,000. I think that's good enough. Anyway, okay, well, I better go do that and stop mumbling here and like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.